Hello you guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm having so much fun. I think I get it now. That's crazy. In today's video, we are going to be attempting to finish my November TBR. It is November 11th. I know you're gonna say, Leela, hey, so it's November 11th. Why are you trying to finish your November TBR if you have like more than 20 days left? No, not 20. No, if you have 19 days left of November. And to that I say, I have some thick books on my November TBR that I want to get done, and I just want to make sure that I get them done by starting early. And knowing myself, I'm gonna be a slow reader through these books, and so I might as well get started. Might as well take advantage of this time that I have to read them. And I thought I would take you guys along with me because some of these reads are very highly anticipated, and so why not film it? So, for the 3 books that are left on my November TBR, we have Diary Bound by Sable Sorensen, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. So this is a thriller, this is a YA fantasy, and this is a either romantasy or like romantic fantasy, or a fantasy romance. So I think I really like listening to thrillers on audiobooks, so I'm going to start the audiobook for Local Woman Missing, and I'm still trying to decide which one I want to start with. This one, I feel like it might take me a little while because of how long the chapters are, and this one might take me a little while just because of the sheer size of it, but I've heard so many things about how it's really fast to read, like the pacing, and so I don't know which one I'm going to start first, but I will let you guys know whenever I do know. But all I know for sure is I'm starting the audiobook for this one, and then the next update you'll know which one I decided to start, and I will talk about what the book is about and the summary of it. So let's get started. Let's finish this November TBR. Books and Harbor Audio presents. It's the next day, and I have an update for you. So I started Local Woman Missing, and I haven't gotten that much through it. I'm like 10% through, so I'm gonna wait till I'm a little bit further through the book to talk to you guys about what it's about and how I'm feeling, just because I'm very much at the beginning and I want to wait for an actual opinion before I tell you guys about it. But I did also start Diary Bound yesterday night. Guys, I need to tell you about this. So I personally have a really hard time like sitting down and reading for long amounts of time. So usually what I'll do is I'll like read for 30 minutes, then I'll get up, like grab a cup of water, or like, I don't know, do a random assignment or change, go on a walk, just because I don't like sitting down for too long and just like reading. Last night, I could not stop. Like, I sat down on my chair. It wasn't even this chair, because usually this chair I can stay a little longer because I'm just so comfortable I don't want to get up. But I was in my like desk chair, my gaming chair. I was just like chilling and just like reading on my iPad. I haven't read a book on my iPad in so long. Side note, it's so nice because the text is so big, and because the screen is bright, like it just like keeps me staring at the iPad when sometimes like the Kindle, my eyes get kind of like tired. But anyways, I sat down on my gaming chair, was reading on my iPad. I read
105 pages without moving an inch. Just like 105 pages. So I got through 20% of that book because that's a big book. Like that's a big book. And I was expecting it to like take me a week to get to the 100 pages because like I always take a while when I'm reading on like Kindle or paper. I could not get enough of the story. And then this morning, so I went to bed after reading like 20% of it. This morning, first thing I think about, this book. This book has a grip on me. Like I can't stop reading. Like even now when I'm talking to you guys, I'm thinking about what's about to happen. One thing I will say is it is reminding me of Fourth Wing so much. Like it's giving me the exact same vibes as like the beginning of Fourth Wing. Of course, like Iron Flame and Onyx Storm are very much different vibes as to the first Fourth Wing book, but the first Fourth Wing book is like academy riders bonding with your dragon, or in this case wolf, and like the setup of this is exactly the same, and I'm so here for it. Like I'm having such a fun time, and I missed being in this type of world, like an academy, an army academy where like you bond with an animal, and then there's like the ranks and then the trainers, and then I'm having so much fun. Like I can't stop reading. So to give you guys kind of a summary of like in the first 120 pages what's been happening, we're following Marion Cooper, and she is like a a pit fighter. Like at night she goes to fight like with like really tough guys, and she's like insanely good at it, and so she always wins, and so that's how she makes a lot of money because people bet against her, and so she gets the money that people bet against her. Does that make sense? And so she does that, but then she also has her mom who's mentally ill, and so she's trying to care for her mom through that. That's why she does the pit fighting on top of her regular job. And then she also has a little sister named Selah, and Selah is like 11 or 12, and she's still going to school because Marin really wants her to keep going to school, keep pursuing her education, and not have to drop out and work because they live in the poor quarters. Like they are like scraping by, they don't have enough money for food, and so just Marin is really working hard. She's providing for her family because her mom is sick, and so she can't provide for her family anymore. And so Marin's been doing that, and then her sister gets taken or kidnapped by the vampires, which are the people that the entire kingdom, or Marin's kingdom, is fighting against. And so these siphons have been kidnapping kids for like for like years, and they take the kids to like feed off of them for strength and things like that. And so Marin sees that her sister is taken, and she freaks out obviously, and so she's like, okay, the best way that I can like get my sister back is by going to the front lines, to go to the other side to see the siphons and then search for her in the siphon world. But she enlists in the academy, or the army, sorry, and she doesn't know that actually there are going to be these bonding trials where every single recruit is required to go to the bonding trials where people are supposed to do trials to bond with wolves. So they have to like climb this mountain to bond with a wolf, and then the mountain is like terrible, like so many people die. Like there were like 1,000 people that enlisted, plus the regular bonded people. You'll learn about it more, but basically she tries to climb the mountain and things like that, and so many people die, and you're just following her as she ends up bonding with a wolf, as you can expect, and then goes to the academy, and then she gives the Fourth Wing vibes because she's learning, she's training. There's the hot instructor, obviously, but I think there's also a love triangle because in the like very bottom of the blurb it says that in the castle there's the prince who like has his eye on her, and so like yeah, there's probably a love triangle there, but it's just so good. It's giving me the Fourth Wing vibes. It's giving me the winter vibes because it's like snowy and cold, and right now it's like it's cloudy and snowy, and it's not snowy but cold. And so I'm like in the atmospheric winter vibes, and it's the best, and I'm having such a good time. The writing is really good so far. I'm just like hooked. I just can't stop reading. All I'm thinking about is Marin and her trials, because she just finished the first trial and now she's about to go into the second trial and about to like go through this like presentation thing where she has to be presented to the royals. Okay. Okay. So I'm having so much fun. Anyways, let's continue reading Diary Bound, and let's get further into Local Woman Missing so I can explain you guys the plot of that.
She and I both signed the contract.
Little fun fact, coloring while I listen to an audiobook has been like my favorite thing to do lately. So I'm gonna do that. That was crazy. So, I realized that I never even told you guys what this was about, and I've just finished this book. So, let me just tell you guys the premise. So, we are following a bunch of different perspectives of people in a neighborhood. And in this neighborhood, there was a mother and her daughter that went missing. And essentially, of 11 years later, after the mom and the daughter go missing, the daughter shows back up out of nowhere. She gets found by the police just walking on a sidewalk, and she's in pretty bad shape. And so they start kind of like opening up the investigation again, because it's like, where was she? Who took her? Where's the mom? Like, what happened to the mom? Why is the daughter here but not the mom? The daughter doesn't remember anything, right? Because she was taken when she was like 6 years old, and it's been 11 years, so she's 17. And she was kidnapped, or whatever happened to her. And we have no idea what happened to her. We are trying to figure out what happened to the daughter and the mother, and then we're following the neighbor's perspective. We have this perspective also where we're following the little girl's brother. So the little girl's that was like kidnapped has a brother, and in his perspective, it's like as if he's talking to his sister. Like he was like, you were kidnapped and then you came back, and I didn't know what to think about you because you had just derailed. Like, it's been 11 years. I'm used to living only with my dad, and now you showed up. And it's like, it's crazy how the like second POV like messes with your mind, because I was like, are you talking to me right now? Like, was I kidnapped? Hello? But yeah, so that's kind of the premise. The daughter comes back and we try to figure out what happened. The amount of plot twists that happen in this book is insane. Like, number one, there were so many. Number two, I did not guess a single one. A single plot twist, none of them I guessed. That was insane. I rated it a 3 stars. I didn't rate it higher because it was really gory. And when I was reading it, I was like, I got this kind of icky, dark feeling. I don't love it when books do that, but it was like a very well written book. Like, it's a thriller. It was just a little darker than I personally like, but I know that a lot of people really like these types of dark thrillers and dark mysteries. And so if you like that kind of mystery, dark, gory, it definitely goes into a lot of detail of some kind of triggering topics. I recommend this book for you if you like all of those types of things. So on my Goodreads review, I said, that was insane. I did not guess any of the plot twists. My jaw is 6 feet underground. And then every time I like read an audiobook, I take notes on it so I remember the thoughts that I have throughout the book. And so I always write on my review like while reading thoughts. And so these were like while I was listening, these were my thoughts. I said, there's a lot of different perspectives in this like book. It's cool that one of the perspective is second point of view, so that's what I was just talking about with the brother of the girl that was kidnapped. And then I like that we're getting different timelines to get more context, because we also get to see the mom's point of view 11 years before. So 11 years, that's like the time where she was like, where something happened to her. And so we get to see how that happened, and by the end of the book you see the crime happen. And I'm not gonna say anything else, but it was really cool how we got the present, the past, a little bit before, a little bit after. It was really cool, and it gave us a lot more context to understand everything that happened. What I said was it felt really dark though, so I don't know if it was my vibe, and it was very unexpectedly gory, like very detailed and all of that. So those are my thoughts on Local Woman Missing. I recommend it if you want like a dark, gory thriller that will make your jaw go 6 feet underground and be like, what? I would have never guessed that this book was going to go in the direction that it went. And yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So 3 stars, good, fun, fast. And I'm still reading Diary Bound, you guys, and I'm still obsessed. I can't stop. It's giving me such Fourth Wing vibes. I'm just so enthralled. Nothing else since the last time I talked to you about Diary Bound has like happened, or nothing else has sparked a thought that I want to share yet, because we're still just following our girl, and I really like her actually. So anyways, I'm going to keep reading Diary Bound, and I will let you guys know if I have any other updates. Oh. I think I get it now. I think I get it now. I think I get it.
I knew it. I knew it from the start. Literally from 30% in, I wrote on a note on my Kindle that this was gonna happen. Okay, so I did not guess that part. That's crazy. What? That's crazy. Whoa. I just started chapter 56. The end of chapter 55. Are we joking? Are we joking right now? I'm unwell. That's crazy. That's crazy. Are we being for real right now? Are you messing with me? finished. Okay, I'm gonna update you guys tomorrow because that was crazy. That was crazy. Okay guys, it's the next day, and if you haven't noticed, my voice is weird because I'm sick. And so I actually have been having more time at home, which is kind of nice because that means I get to be reading more. So let me talk to you about my thoughts on Dire Bound. So I finished this last night. You guys saw my reactions to the end. I was like so surprised. I was like, what? What? That was a crazy ending. Whoa. I just noticed there's like a glossary in the back. I did not look at that before. Wait, that's kind of cool. In the very back, let me cover this, but you can see that there's the book announcement for the second book, which I'm so glad that there is a second book because that ending was insane. Throughout the whole book, I like kept on guessing all of the plot twists, but like, you know, that didn't like take away from my experience. I still had so much fun, even though I guessed every single plot twist except one, and I think I filmed my reaction to that one. But yeah, that was very fun. That was so much fun. It was a 600-page book, and I read it really fast, like a lot faster than I usually read a 600-page book because I'm a pretty slow reader, and so I was really happy with this one. It's so fast-paced, so easy to read, like you just eat it up, and it really reminded me of Fourth Wing, like really. Like it's like basically the same but with wolves, and then of course at the like middle market like diverges obviously because it's a different book, but it gave such Fourth Wing vibes, which was so fun because I miss the Fourth Wing world and everything like that, so it was really cool to be able to read like a new story that gives the same vibes. I rated this 5 stars. I just had so much fun. It was just such a fun, giddy, kicking my feet read. At the tiniest interactions, I was giggling my feet. If you read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about, but like the tiniest interactions are gonna make you be like, you're joking. You're joking. Anyways, so this is what I said in my Goodreads review. I said, what? Oh my gosh, this was so fun. It's giving Fourth Wing, but with wolves and a lot more plot twists. To be fair, I did guess almost every single plot twist much before they happened, but that did not take away from my enjoyment of this book, lol. So, that was really fun, and I'm really loving this. So, that was Dire Bound, and now we are going to move on to Clockwork Angel for our last book on our November TBR, which is so fun. I'm really excited to read this. I've heard so many good things about this series. This is the first book in the Infernal Devices series, which people say to read while you're in the middle of the Mortal Instruments. So you read the first 3 Mortal Instruments, read the Infernal Devices series, and then finish the Mortal Instruments series. And so I'm in the middle of the Mortal Instruments, and now it's time to start Infernal Devices, and this is apparently everyone's favorite series. So I'm excited to see what all the talk is about. The only thing I'm not excited about is that Cassandra Clare's chapters are so long, and I'm the type of reader that loves like the little dopamine hit that you get every time you finish a chapter, and this one you don't get as many dopamine hits when you finish, so I really hope the story makes up for it and it just doesn't feel like it's taking that long. But the blurb, I have no idea what this is about, so we're finding out together. This says, when Tessa Gray crosses the ocean to find her brother in Victorian England, something terrifying is waiting for her in London's downworld. Kidnapped by the mysterious Dark Sisters, who are members of a secret organization called the Pandemonium Club, Tessa soon learns that she has the power to transform into another person. The Magister, the shadowy figure who runs the club, will stop at nothing to claim Tessa's power for his own. Friendless and hunted, Tessa takes refuge with the Shadow Hunters, warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. She soon finds herself fascinated by and torn between 2 best friends, James and Will,
As Tessa is drawn deep into a plot that threatens to destroy the Shadowhunters, she realizes that she may need to choose between saving her brother and helping her new friends save the world, and that love may be the most dangerous magic of all. So fun. I'm excited to get into this, so let's get started. Okay guys, it's update time. So I'm at page 97 of Clockwork Angel, and here's the thing. I had pulled up the physical copy and I was carrying it around with me. I'm like, oh okay, I'm gonna sit down and read. I was postponing starting this book over and over. I would sit down, open, read the first page, be like, I'll read it later, and then I would go on my phone. And so I was doing that over and over again. And I was like, shoot, I was, in my brain, I was like, is this book not good? But I literally had not read any of it, so I could not blame it on the book. I was just very restless, and I think I was dreading the whole super long chapters, because that's always kind of a weird thing with me and Cassandra Clare. The chapters are so long that I get discouraged, and so I'm I don't want to get discouraged while reading a book. So it was taking a lot to just pick up the book. But then one night I was like, Leela, get over yourself, just read. And so I opened up the book and I binged 100 pages. So it was all me, because I just needed to pick up this book and start reading it, because this is really good. This is really good so far. I'm 97 pages in, like I said. I flew through those 100 pages. I'm loving the world. I missed the Shadowhunters. That's all I'm going to say. I missed the Shadowhunters. I really like Tessa. Love Will. I haven't met all of the characters yet, so we'll see how I like all the other characters, but so far I'm having a lot of fun. And another thing that I'm really glad I did is that I read the first 3 books of Mortal Instruments before this, because I know everything that they're talking about without them needing to explain it. And I think the world building is a lot more in depth in the Mortal Instruments, and this one is more explained along the way. And so I'm so glad that I know everything that they're talking about, and I don't need to focus on trying to understand, and I can just focus on the story, which I love. And so that made me really glad that I read the Mortal Instruments. So I'm really enjoying this, and I can't wait to sit down and keep reading this. Alrighty, you guys, we have come and arrived to the end of this video, because I have finished Clockwork Angel. This book was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a good start. It was a good beginning to the trilogy. It definitely wasn't my favorite book ever in the entire world, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, I binged the first 100 pages, and then after that I did have a bit of a harder time. I was definitely reading it, but like I said, I always read Cassandra Clare books really slow for some reason. Not because I don't enjoy them or anything, but it's just for some reason her writing, my brain, the way the books are structured, I'm always really slow at reading them. And so took me a little bit. I like the plot, I like the characters. Will is low-key mean. I know he's gonna be the love interest, and I know everyone loves Will, but he's been kind of bitter towards Tessa, and I'm like, boy, get your act together. But then I do see little hints, you know, when you see she notices that his fists tighten when she's talking to another guy or something. There were little moments like that, and I noticed that during the moments like that I was like, oh, okay, so there's a little bit of a something in there. But it was really good. I rated it a 3.5 just because it wasn't a 4 stars, it wasn't a 3 stars, but I enjoyed it, and I think it's a good base, and I'm excited to see where the story goes, where Tessa, Will, Jem, and all of the other characters go. One character that did annoy me was, what's her name, Jessamine, I think. I don't know why, she just
really made me mad, like the whole book. I don't know if that's like a common thing, if everyone feels that way, but I couldn't stand her. So one little tidbit about my reading experience. But other than that, I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.